This is Dr. Gigi Sabat, and you're listening to the Walk With Me podcast. My guest today is AB. She's a YouTuber and a videographer. Welcome to the Walk With Me podcast.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
You're welcome. It's such an honor to have you here today. Now, can you start off by telling us a little bit more about you and where are you from, AB?
Well, that's kind of a big answer, I guess. I was born in Alabama, but I moved all around with my dad's job, but mostly spent time growing up in California, and that's where I claim as home. Bounced around the Southeast with work and school when I was coaching, and then ended up in St. Augustine, Florida. So that's where I'm at now. I enjoy it. It feels like home to me. So this is where I call home now. What I do, I recently started working at a marina last year. I quit coaching, work at a marina, started doing YouTube just as research to figure out what I wanted to do with my life. And then I just really enjoyed it. So now I do YouTubes, I interview creatives and different people who are just really passionate about what they do. I just want to be able to spread the passion and just encourage other people to start creating a life that they love. So that's what I really enjoy about the YouTube.
I love it. And you and I have had the honor to play basketball in St. Augustine together.
Yes.
I believe we're the only females out there from time to time.
Yes. Right? Getting buckets always.
Yes. Now, why do you have a passion for playing basketball? What is it about the game itself?
It was just my first love. It was something that I poured a lot of time into and just really found that I had space whenever I would go play. I know even in college I ran track, but there were nights where I would just spend hours shooting hoops because that was really, it just brought me some like clarity in my head and just allowed me to step back and just enjoy moving my body. And now I just like it because I get to roughhouse with the boys.
I love basketball as well, and I definitely agree with you there. So we have common ground there. Anyhow, AB, tell us a little bit more about you and what inspired you to do the work that you do.
That is a good question. I think it was a long time, like there was little bits that contributed to starting to reflect on my life and just what did I want to do and how did I want to make an impact. And then when I left coaching, that was kind of something that really shook my life up. I didn't have a job. I didn't have a career. And then I got a job as a dockhand at the conch house, which was really sick and set me up for like a lot of cool experiences in boating, but it was not something that I could see myself doing for the rest of my life. So I kind of was in a weird place where I didn't really have anything to like hold on to as an image. And so it required me to really look inside and see what made me happy and what I really enjoyed and what was going to be able to exude passion to other people. And that's when I found the YouTube, and I just have been interviewing people and learning from them and getting inspiration from a lot of people who have done a lot of work for themselves and just enjoy what they do. And so that constantly gives me more inspiration to continue to tell people stories and be able to create pictures of my story through other people as well.
I love it. Now, AB, what is your best advice to the audience for walking with purpose and living a life of happiness?
Belief in yourself. Honestly, that is what's gotten me far. And what I know is going to get me even further is just constantly having faith that I will figure things out. So no matter what comes, whether it's a challenge, whether it's something that's a blessing to my life, I can look at it and be like, okay, this is something that I can enjoy, or this is something that I'm going to navigate, and I'll enjoy whatever lesson comes out on the other end. So just believing in myself that like I can accomplish all the things that I want to do, and I can help other people in ways that I think are the ways that I want to help people, and that I feel that I'm skilled to help people, not just trying to go around and do stuff that doesn't align with my purpose. Because that takes away. So as long as I'm believing in myself and coming back to what I know to be true for myself, then I want to have a bigger impact and then also enjoy my life a little bit more.
I love it. That's very true. Now, what's next for AB?
Oh, that's an exciting question. I've actually spent the past week or so just constantly having these ideas come into my head and brainstorming and workshopping all kinds of exciting stuff. So looking forward, another thing that happened this past week is St. Augustine is actually having a vision planning meetings. So I went to one this week, and it just looks like a really exciting opportunity for people to come in and make change in St. Augustine to allow support, or just to build in more support for artists, musicians, and local businesses, just so that St. Augustine, it's growing really fast. There's a lot of tourism, but my big thing is I want to keep the roots. And I think music and art and the small businesses here really help keep the roots. And so that's a project that I'm looking forward to, is really just delving into the city planning meetings and just making sure that the system that we operate on is really set up for the local success and keeping tradition. So being able to pull in all the creatives and all the business owners in St. Augustine and really try to make it a place where there's tradition, but there's also growth. So a good balance of both. But that's what I'm excited for coming up more recently.
I love it. Keep the roots, and you can and you will. Very powerful. AB, you're welcome. Do you have any last words for the audience?
I think just going back to what I said earlier is like really learning yourself and believing in yourself gets you where you want to go, and you just always come back to what you want to do. And if you're enjoying what you're doing, then that's where you're meant to be, honestly. And it's as simple as that. And we try to make it complex, but it really is just simple. Just love what you do and keep doing it, and love others, love yourself, all kinds of love. That's all it is.
We're all about love. I love it. And AB, thank you so much for being a guest on the Walk With Me podcast. Where can the audience find you?
My YouTube, my Instagram is the Cool Beans Bates, Bates, all one word. If you look it up on YouTube, you have to put it in one word because this kids show with Cool Beans pops up. So I'm not quite where I want to be yet, but soon I will be at the top of the list, so you don't have to do a whole lot of searching. But yes, the Cool Beans Bates on YouTube and Instagram.
I love it. Ladies and gentlemen, make sure to check out AB on all of her social media platforms, also her YouTube. And thank you for the Walk With Me podcast. God bless you and be safe.
Thanks for having me. Thank you.
Such an honor.